BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Philippine Airlines is the flag carrier of the Philippines and therefore holds a certain stature to it. Founded in 1941 and commencing operations that very same year, the airline has been in the thick of it for a more sustained period than many other airlines we see in today's industry. However, today the airline filed for bankruptcy, specifically Chapter 11 bankruptcy in New York. You might ask just why Chapter 11 is significant, and that is something I'll be covering shortly in this video. For Philippine Airlines, their financial position has not been favourable for some time, and the company needs to be able to cut around about US $2 billion in money it has borrowed. A common theme for struggling carriers is to borrow money, and from that point forward, yes, utilise the funds in a way it should theoretically be used, but not necessarily in a way that changes the fortunes of the business and turns it around. So, how does Chapter 11 benefit the carrier, you may be asking? Well, for Philippine Airlines, filing for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy allows them to continue flying while undergoing significant restructuring. This restructuring plan will see their overall fleet reduced by some 25% and cause wholesale changes at the company due to that. According to planespotters.net Fleet Matrix, Philippine Airlines has around 65 aircraft within its fleet, and according to calculations, this would therefore mean approximately 16 aircraft or so are going to be departing the airline. While they have 65 aircraft, it's worth noting only 30 are currently in operation, with 35 being grounded. Some of the 777s, A330s, A321s, and finally the A320s are included in the types grounded at the moment. Ultimately, this equates to them flying just 21% of their pre-pandemic network. This is a sizable decrease, but one that can only be expected, and I wouldn't say any of us really are batting an eyelid at that. The Philippines have been severely impacted by the current global pandemic, and of course that therefore tumbles down to the national airline. When the carrier hopefully emerges from the Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which allows it to once again continue operating, it will get a fresh US $655 million in capital, naturally being something that'll push them to emerge from this troubled state. However, while they'll be receiving $655 million while they'll eventually have $655 million at their disposal, in the coming months, the carrier will actually be receiving US $150 million in debt funding. The airline has set up a page which is palrecovery.com, which allows you to get an even better look about what the future holds for the carrier and what their general plans are moving forward. This will be linked in the sources area of the description if you are interested in going and taking a look. To best describe it though, the airline says, Chapter 11 is a globally recognized US legal process that many airlines have used to reinvent themselves into more successful companies. The restructuring will enable PAL to emerge with fresh capital, lower debt, and a sturdier financial foundation for the future. I'll be sure to be continuing with the updates surrounding the carrier should they come to light, but what are your thoughts on the airline filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy? Do you believe this is a decision that will aid the carrier moving forward? Will they actually be returning in a better fashion? Do please drop your thoughts down in the comment section below. Once again, thank you very much for tuning into this video despite the sort of sad circumstances surrounding the airline, but let's hope they can return in a better light in the coming years, and hopefully with the pandemic behind us. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.